Financial Career by Stephen Leacock. So we have already discussed part one, and in part one we discussed about where narrator was so nervous when he entered the bank. Now after that, when he met with the manager, so manager said, "We are safe from interruption here." He said, "Sit down." We both sat down and looked at one another and found no voice to speak. So manager was uh, uh, with the narrator, and narrator wanted to meet manager personally alone. So they both sat down in a private room, and there was no voice. "You are one of the Princeton's men, I presume," he said. He said, "Who said?" Manager said. So manager was thinking that he must be from Millionaire family. He had gathered from my mysterious manner that I was a detective, and I knew what he was thinking, and it made me was. "No." Then I replied, "No, not from Princeton's," I said, seemingly to imply that I came from a rival agency. "To tell the truth," I went on, as if I had been prompted to lie about it, "I'm not a detective at all. I have come to open an account, and I intend to keep all my money in this bank." So I simply said, "No, I'm not from Princeton's, and I simply want to open a bank account, right? And I want to keep all my money in this bank." This is what I explained to the manager. Then the manager looked relieved but still serious. He concluded that I was a son of Baron Rothschild or a young Gould. When I said that I wanted to keep all my money into this bank, then he started thinking that I may be a child of Baron Rothschild or a young Gould who was a very richest man of that time. "A large account, I suppose," he said. "Fairly large," I whispered. "I propose to deposit it $56 now and $50 a month regularly." So manager said, "A large account you want to say?" Then I simply said, "No, it's not a large account, it's fairly large, a big account. And I just want to tell you that I want to deposit $56 into that account, and every month I'll deposit $50. Right? Every month I'll deposit $50 because his salary has been raised to $50. Now, manager got up and opened the door. He called the accountant. "Mr. Montgomery," he said, unkindly loud, "this gentleman is opening an account. He will deposit $56. Good morning." So, what he was thinking? Manager was thinking that he is from a very rich family, and lastly, what he found? That he's going to deposit only $56. He has only $56, and every month he will deposit $50 only. So he was very angry, right? So in a rude way, he called his accountant, Mr. Montgomery, and he said that this person, please help this person to open a bank account. I rose, right? I stood from the chair, and a big iron door stood open at the side of the room, and said, "Good morning," I said, and stepped into the safe. "Come out," said the manager coldly, and showed me the other way. Then the manager, in anger, said, "Please come out." And he has shown me the other way. I went up to the accountant's wicket and poked the wall of money at him with a quick, convulsive movement as if I were doing a conjuring trick. So I went to the accountant, I took out my money and just keep it there on the table, right? Now my face was ghastly pale. Now my face was ghastly pale. Why? Because initially only I said that whenever I see the bank, the clerks, the accountants, the money, I always feel nervous. So here I said, deposit it. The tone of the words seemed to be mean. Let us do this painful thing while the fit is on us. He took the money and gave it to another clerk. He made me write the sum on a slip and sign my name in a book. I no longer knew what I was doing. The bank shone before my eyes. Then what happened? They have given me one form, right? And said, okay, just finish this work. Deposit the money right into this account. And they have given me one slip and they just asked me that I should sign. Now, is it deposited? I asked. So I asked in a hollow, vibrating voice. My voice was vibrating. Why? Because I was not too confident. I was not too confident, that's why it was vibrating. So he said, accountant said yes. When I asked, is it deposited? Accountant said yes. Then I want to draw a check. Then I said, okay, then I want to withdraw. My idea has to draw out is $6 of it for present use. Someone gave me a checkbook through a wicket and someone else began telling me how to write it. The people in the bank had the impression that I was an invalid millionaire. So what happened? I simply said that I want to withdraw some amount from my account, right? Because what was my idea that if I could withdraw $6 only for my personal use, right? So someone gave me that checkbook and started telling me like how to fill, what to write, right, and everything. Now I wrote something on the check and thrust it in at the clerk. He looked at it. Now I filled the form, I filled the check and given to the clerk, and the clerk started staring me again. What? The clerk in a surprise said, are you drawing it all out again? The clerk was surprised that I am going to withdraw all the $56 which I have deposited just now. So he asked in surprise. Then I realized that I had written 56 instead of 6. So by mistake I wanted to draw $6 only, but by mistake I have written $56. So I was too far gone to reason now. I had a feeling that it was impossible to explain the thing. All the clerks had stopped writing to look at me, and all the clerks started staring me because I have written $56 in the check, right, which I have just deposited. Now, reckless with misery, I made a plunge. So, reckless means careless. Yes, the whole thing. You withdraw your money from your bank. So, yes, I said, yes, I want to withdraw all my money, right? Every cent of it. Are you not going to deposit anymore? Said the clerk, astonished. So clerk was surprised and said that if you are going to withdraw all the money, so it means are you not going to deposit the money? So he said, I said, who is I? Narrator. Narrator said, never. An idiot hope struck me that they might think something had insulted me while I was writing the check. That had changed my mind. I made a rushed attempt to look like a man with a fearful quick temper. So what happened? Someone must be thinking that there's something who could upset me, and because of that upset moment, I had, I had planned to withdraw all my money from this bank. So the clerk prepared to pay the money. How will you have it? The clerk said, what? How will you have it? Oh, I got this meaning. So now the clerk said, okay, I'll pay you the money, but you just tell how will you want to have it. Now I answered without even trying to think in 50s. He gave me a $50 bill and the 6. He asked write it in 6s. I said. He gave it to me and I rushed up. So I said that I want 50s and rest in 6s. It means 6 coins, right? So the clerk has given to me. Now, as the big door swung behind me, I caught the echo of the roar of laughter that went off the ceiling of the bank. Then, when I moved out from the bank in a hurry, then I could easily hear the laugh of the bank employees. And since then, and from that time, I never bank I bank no more. I keep my money in cash in my trouser pocket and savings in silver dollars in a sock. So what I do, I never went to bank, and after that I always prefer to keep cash in my trousers pocket and the savings in silver dollars in a sock. So that is a very beautiful story, and telling you about that bank trousers, pocket trousers, or trousers of a pocket where I was keeping all my cash, and the sock where I was keeping all my coins, silver dollars in a sock. So that's the end of this very beautiful chapter, a story called My Financial Career by Stephen Leacock. Right? Thank you so much.